So hello and very good morning my dear students. Today in the set chapter we will be going to take the third topic, that is Venn diagrams. So as in the first and the second exercise we have done in the class that were too easy, okay, that you have already seen in the previous class, but let us take the Venn diagram, okay, and I'll explain you what all things we will be studying in the Venn diagram. Okay, so let me give you the introduction about Venn diagram. Most of the ideas about the set and the various relationships can be visualized by the help of this Venn diagrams. Okay, that is why they are called the Venn diagrams. In some other books it is also that means they are also called Venn Euler's diagram. What? Venn Euler's diagrams. Okay, so basically the thing is how we draw the Venn diagram with the help of a rectangular box, where we consider this rectangular box as the universal set. This is our whole universal set, and the subsets, say for example A and B, we draw it in a structure of circle, oval or ellipse, anything it could be. Okay, so that is how we draw the Venn diagram. So it helps us to visualize the particular set. Okay, you know, sometimes it is very difficult to calculate the things mathematically. So what we take the help of Venn diagrams. Okay, so that is what the explanation of Venn diagrams. Then comes the operations on set. Okay, so as in the mathematics, the basic operations are called like plus, minus, into and divide. So for the set you have certain operations, and those operations can be understand like first union of set, union of two sets. Okay, so how we can understand union of two sets? Say for example, if you have A set as 1, 3, 5, 7, and you have B set as 2, 4, 6, 8. So what can be A union B? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so union means we combine the two set. Okay, that is called the union of set. And intersection. So for the intersection we can understand, let us take the same sets, but let me just change the values here. Okay, can you tell me the intersection of the two set? So if your answer is 2, 4, 6, then you are correct. Why? Because intersection says the common elements in both the set. So as we see that these three are the common elements, so it is called the intersection of two set. Okay, so with this you just try to understand the Venn diagrams also. Union, say for example, if this is two sets, then union is this whole. This is A union B. This is A intersection B. Okay, so this is A union B and this is A intersection B. And if there is no common element in the both sets, say for example, if you have A is equal to 1, 3, 5 and B as 2, 4, 6. So as there is no intersection, so we represent that as phi. Okay, how do we represent that? Since there are no elements same, so that is why the A intersection B is equal to phi. Therefore from here you need to understand one more thing. We call A and B as the disjoint set. What do we call? Disjoint set. Okay, so whenever the question asks if A and B are disjoint set, then you have to remember that their intersection will be phi. Okay, alright, now the second topic. Okay, so the difference of set is the next topic. if I'm considering A as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm considering B as 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So what is A minus B? This is your A. You have to subtract B actually. So whatever this, like this, we are subtracting actually. So as you can see that 2 to 2 cancelled, 4 to 4 also cancelled, 5 also cancelled, 6, then 7 also cancelled, 7 cancelled, 8 cancelled. You are left with 1, 3 and 6. So 1, 3, 6 will be the answer. A minus B. If I do B minus A, so you take this B up and A in the down. You can cancel what? You can cancel 2, 4 and you will be only left with 9, 10 and 11. So this will be what? B minus A. Now if you want to see this in the Venn diagram, so this is the Venn diagram where this is whole set A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and here this is B. Okay, intersection is what? They are the intersection and this is 1, 3, 6 A minus B and D. So this is the A minus B and this is called B minus A. This is sometimes called only A and this is only B. How can you find only A? So if you subtract the whole A minus A intersection B, you will get only A. And how will you get only B? If you subtract the full B set minus A intersection B set, so you will get only B. Okay, easy to understand. Alright, now we are seeing the last operation, that is complement of a set. So okay, let us see the complement of set. I'm considering sorry, this is universal set and this is A. Let us take this example only. This is your universal set. Okay, and this is set A up to 8 only. What will be A complement? A complement will be, if this is your full universal set, so A complement will be 1, 3, 1 and 3, I guess. Yeah, 1, 3 and 6 will be A complement. How? See. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the universal set, the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And A set is this one. So A complement says whatever the outer side of A, this will be your A complement. So this is A complement. Except A, all the elements from the universal set will be your A complement. Understood? Okay. Okay, so some basic results. This you have to remember, okay? Number of A union B. I guess you have seen the formula of A union B. A union B, yeah, number of A union B is equal to number of A plus number of B minus number of A intersection B. Okay? If number of A intersection B is equal to phi, if this is phi, then your number of A union B will be N of A plus N of B. N of A minus B, I explained, you can write that as the whole A set minus their intersection, C. So you need only this part. So you can say that A minus B can be explained as number of A whole set minus A intersection B set. Okay, and one more way you can explain the number of full A union B minus the set B. Okay, so this also. Similarly for B minus A we can understand, no? Okay, for A, number of A complement, it will be the whole number of universal set minus number of A. And for the B we can understand number of this minus number of B. Okay, number of A union B union C, it will be number of A plus number of B plus number of C minus number of number of A union B, A intersection B minus number of B intersection C minus number of A intersection C minus number of A intersection B intersection C. Okay, Like this we can understand. Okay, let us understand this question. If the universal set is all digits in our number system, A is x is such that x is a prime number, and B set is x is such that x square less than 25. Then find B minus A union B the whole complement. So the universal set will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because all the digits in our number system starts from 0 to and ends with 9. A, x is such that x is a prime number. So the prime number, from this we have to see, because our universal set is from 0 to 9 only. So we will take 2, 3, 5 and up to 7 only. Okay, we won't go up to infinity. Why? Because we have to be restricted with our universal set. Our universal set is only arranged from 0 to 9. So in between 0 to 9, how many prime numbers are there? 2, 3, 5, 7. So we have written. Okay. So, and also the question is B, x is such that x square less than 25. So as on solving x square less than 25, we'll get x less than plus minus 5. But our universal set accepts only 0 to 9. So that is why 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only up to 4. Okay. Now, question B minus A. B minus A. So 0, 1, 2 and 3 cancelled. We are left with 4. So B minus A is what? 4. A union B, both their combination is this. And A union B, the whole complement. You already have A union B. So this minus this, you will get A union B, the whole complement, like that. One more thing from here I just want to explain you, that is called the De Morgan's law. That De Morgan law says that De Morgan's theorem or law, whatever we can say, it says that A union B the whole complement, it can be written as A complement intersection B complement, or A intersection B the whole complement, A complement union B complement. You can understand, take two set and just try to verify this law, or also you can verify with the Venn diagram. So I'm leaving it for you to just verify. Now do 1.3 exercise. There are 24 questions. You can do this questions in 2 days. I give you 2 days for solving this, no problem. And then we'll take the next topic, that is practical problems on set, which is again a very important thing for understanding how can we use or how can we get the application of set in the practical life. Okay, till that, do practice. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.